Sticker shock at the supermarket. Prices putting stress on family budgets. We're talking with an expert who says you can save money at the grocery store. The shopping and eating habits you can change to put money back in your pocket. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. on Channel.
This is officially the worst tailgate I've ever been to.
Look at those barbarians. Later when they come to town.
Well, tough, because we drove for 3 months in an ox cart with our kids to watch you get destroyed.
Yeah, we made great time.
I'm sorry. What did you do?
Adding avocados from Mexico. Want some? Let's kick this party up a notch.
You know, they also taste great on salads. Yeah, Caesar, we get it. I love salads.
Avocados from Mexico.
Now, filing your taxes free your way. Do it yourself. File with unlimited help or an extra.
The champ is here. I just want to shit my head. The champ is here. This shit is slow. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
The champion, you already know. Game, goodbye. The champion, you already know.
Great name.
Tough kids, niggas know the champions in here. Took it from crack to rap, now you put out 2 anthems a year. And I just want to rock for a century. And chase the book of the documentary. If you can't do nothing other than flow like a bitch, like a love from flow. Let's go, don't make me put your arm in your lap. Up ride the beat, nigga, battle up off of the trap. Hop out looking crispy, fresh and new. When the six with his opinion with a Pepsi blow. And I don't know you, but I know a man becomes a man from all the shit that he go through. Y'all ain't fucking with Jason. I got cash in, there's really no justification of how I'm gonna end the game. So don't get out of line.
It's your boy, the People's Champ, the Ben Israel. Back at it in these YouTube streets. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. I'm gonna do a little rant today. Before we do that, Well, my manners. As you can see, I got the pineapple burning. Shout out to my sister Ashley. Got my hydration, my lemonade, my tropical lemonade. Y'all don't know about that. That's some hood shit. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. There's plenty of place to go in these YouTube streets. You can find people who are more to your liking, who have the tone you like, and say all of the shit you like to hear. Don't be here. Move around. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Move around. Because I said what I said. I'm going to say it again. Shout out to Shalakimia. I'm going to say what I say. Been doing it for a long time, people. You don't believe in the Bible? Peace out. I ain't got nothing to say to you. This ain't for you anyway. Ain't nothing I got to say to you at all. Period. Peace. Fuck out of here. Now, if you are here and you have remained, please, at this time, like, share, and subscribe my video. Subscribe to my videos on YouTube. You can easily find me. There's a link in the description. If you are not watching me on YouTube already, and if you are, please like and share and subscribe. Help your boy out. I ain't asking for no cash apps, PayPals, Zillies, or whatever that one is. I'm not selling merch. I'm not selling books, even though I do have books for sale on Amazon.com. My most current book is Meet Dos Centimos. Who am I? What gives me the right to talk? I am a published author. I have been so for over 30 years. I am the first and only student ever to receive an honor scholarship to USC Honors College in Columbia, South Carolina for writing. I have spent over 30 years in corporate America working for companies such as McDonald's, McKesson Pharmaceutical, Bell South, Sprint, Xerox, Nextel Sprint, Convergys, General Motors, OnStar, and some other ones I probably have forgotten about. I have over 20 years worth of sales experience. I am the people's champ. I was married for over 20 years. I have 4 children. That is a brief summary of who I am and why the fuck I'm talking. I am a recipient of several presidents' lists. I'm a recipient, or I am a member of the Phi Beta Theta from Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. On several dean's lists and president's lists. Who I am is well documented. I didn't just start this yesterday. Now, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about today? V is going to rant a little bit. We're going to chop it up a little bit. Let me get my notes out, y'all. I apologize that I was not fully prepared. But just give me 2 seconds and they will be. Oh, there we go. We ready. We are ready. So the first thing I'm going to do on today's docket is please forgive me if you never watched my videos. You wonder why I get close. Because I am legally blind. I had a stroke. I have retinopathy. I am legally blind. So I have to get a little bit closer so I can see certain things. So please forgive me. I am not Wilson on tool time when I do that. That's what I've been accused of being. I am not that. My Hebrew name is V. Ben Israel. My Greek name is Van Johnson. I'm also called the Muffin Man, Chef B, the Cookie Monster, Pumpkin Escobar, Mr. Black. I'm that guy that's on the other job. Here is my other job. V. Corleone, and all the kind of names that they have associated with me over the years. But anyway, so today I was watching Dennis Sperling, and I like Dennis. Please definitely subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of good content. And like most men, I don't agree with any one man, I think, 100%. But I don't like to focus on the 10% of stuff I don't agree with them on. Unless it's important. I would say I'm pretty much 80% in lockstep with Dennis. Probably 90 to 95% lockstep with the old man, with Brother Obsidian, one of the three kings of the Black Manosphere. Please definitely subscribe to him as well. Shout out to the old man. Definitely pick up his book. You can find it on Amazon. I have shared his book in my Instagram and on my Facebook plenty of times, where you can find that link directly to his Amazon page. Kevin Samuels, I'm about 95% in lockstep with him. I do have disagreements with him. I do not know any of these men personally, but I do follow their content, amongst other ones. O'Shea Du Jackson, I'm probably about 80% with him. So I don't focus on the differences very often, but today I will with Dennis. And I was watching his show the other night, and there was a young brother. The young brother was very passionate. The young brother was Ace. And maybe I need to add that particular video into the description so y'all can watch it. Good discussion he had with the brothers. I believe I shared it on my Facebook page. But one of the things that Dennis was, and I could be wrong, so if Brother Dennis Esquire will feel free to comment if I am wrong and what I interpreted, what I heard, is that I get the impression he wants to save all black men. And the young brother was like, no, we're not going to do that. They either with us or they're not. I was pretty much 100% in lockstep with what that young brother was saying. The war is over, ladies, as I've told you countless times. The battle of the sexes is over. Y'all lost. Now it's time to come to the negotiating table and negotiate the peace going forward. That is where we're at with it. That's where we're at with it. We don't need black women to make black babies. The seed is with the father. Please refer to Genesis. The seed, the fathers carry the seed. The men carry the seeds. We can make black babies with anybody. I'm against that whole traveling overseas to Africa and all of that, because you're tired of black women here in the United States. So you want to find some other melanated people to procreate with. That is counterproductive, is against what the Bible tells you to do. Brother Dennis, you're always talking that you love Jesus. Well, Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. It's the book of John, my brother. One of the things we're commanded not to do is give our daughters to other men and our sons to to other women of other nations. Those African, so-called African people, so that's a made-up word. That's a made-up word, first of all. We got to get the white man's logic out of our brains. We are not the same people as African people. What the fuck is an African anyway? It's a made-up word. There are what, over 50, 55, 56 countries on the continent of Africa? So which people are you talking about? We're not Africans. The Bible calls them Hamites. We are not Hamites, we're Shemites. They're not us. Which is why they sold us to the Arabs and then later on sold us to the white people, to the Edomites, because they knew we weren't them. And they never came looking for us either. Know your history, my brother. So the so-called Negro here in America, we're not related to these Hamites. Are there those of us that are mixed in with them? Yes, there are. We're mixed in with all groups of people according to the Bible. We were scattered throughout the world, amongst all nations of people. Which is why we have to gather ourselves together without making this too much of a biblical discussion. But the Bible is our history. And I get sick and tired of you men claiming to love Jesus, but you don't know the Bible. You don't know our history and who we are. We are from the tribe of Judah, one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's who we are here in America. You need proof of that? Deuteronomy 28. Read. So, we don't need black women here in America to make black babies. We carry the seed. There are 11 other tribes that we can make black babies with. Some of those tribes are overseas. Southern Kingdom, 2/3 of Southern Kingdom is still overseas. That's Benjamin and Levi, your Haitians and your Jamaicans. But we also have Northern Kingdom we can still mate with. We do not need black women either with us or they're not. They are our enemy. If you're not with us, you are our enemy. That's Christ's words. When Christ comes back, he's not negotiating with anyone. So we're going to get ourselves together, and only 1/3 of us will. That means the vast majority of us, the 2/3, will not. They will die like everybody else. That's the prophecy. That's what's coming. So there's no negotiating anymore. If you believe the Bible, there's no more negotiating, my brother. They're either with us or they're not. They will die, which is why the prophecy tells us after it's all said and done, and Judah reclaims his world, Jacob, that's the 12 tribes, regain power. After Christ comes back, there's going to be 7 women. Each man is going to have 7 wives that are going to want to take our names. And they're going to be competing to do so. So like the young brother was trying to educate you, we don't have to negotiate with them. As you pointed out, women will realize they need us in a time of war. Well, that war is coming as prophesied. Nations will rise against nation. Read. We don't have to negotiate with them. We don't need them. But you still got the white man ideology, and you think the white man is going to continue ruling this world. It's not going to happen. This kingdom is crumbling right before our eyes, as predicted by Christ. New Testament, as prophesied. That's what's happening now in New Babylon. Either they're going to get with us and come to order, or they will die. That's the choice. Repent or die. That's it. That's the simple truth of the matter. It's all laid out in the Bible, and it's been there for thousands of years. Pick it up and read, my brother. Get the Muslim ideology out of your head, because you like to bring them up too. Get that shit out of your head. Because the Quran, which means recitation, then what were they reciting? They were reciting what they stole from the Hebrews, from our people, from us, from our forefathers. And they tried to write themselves into it. I'm sorry. This is what the Bible says. This is our history. This is our God making a prophecy. And if you claim to be a lover of Christ, I shouldn't be saying anything new to you. But it sounds like you got some learning to do. And you need to humble down and learn that, because you're leading people astray, my brother. You're causing those that lead us, cause us to err. And that's what's going on with you right now. And I love you, which is why I very rarely direct a video at any other content creator. But this is what's going on. And the women need to get that through their heads. If they don't get right, they don't come back to the hierarchy that God set up. God, Christ, the man, and then the woman. If they don't get in line with that order, they will die. It's simple as that. That's it. Simple as that. And a lot of you men who also think like this, that we got to save black women, you can't save anybody who doesn't want to be saved. They don't. They will be killed off, just like in past times. They will get slaughtered like everybody else is going to be. There's only 12 gates to heaven. There's no separate backdoor entrance. Open up your Bible, turn to Revelation chapter 14 and read. If you want to know what heaven's going to look like, the kingdom. On earth. That's going to be on earth, not up in the sky. Christ is coming back. He's going to restore order. But we have to gather ourselves together before that happens, 1/3 of us. They're either on the 1/3 or they're on the 2/3. The 2/3 will die. Simple as that. They will be put to death. There's no negotiating. It's already been written. Already been written. Stop trying to save people that don't want to be saved. Because see, everybody's going to have a chance to hear the truth. It's readily available. That's why we all got these smartphones. It's readily available now. They choose not to hear it. And when they hear it, they choose to ignore it. And they're going to be put to death for that. Simple. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. That's the end of it. The other thing I want to talk about, and I'm getting tired, especially you sisters, with this generational wealth conversation. y'all keep trying to start. Um, First of all, it's a premature conversation. You can't build generational wealth before you build the community. You can't build the community if there are no husbands in your houses. So this whole fantasy of building generational wealth, single women building generational wealth, will never happen. The average black woman makes what? Under $40,000 a year? What wealth? They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're not even gonna have enough money to sustain themselves when they get to retirement age. And for Gen Xers, it's too late. It's too late for us. So even if you haven't started, you don't have wealth now, there's nothing you can do between here and the time you die that's going to create an abundance of wealth. It's a stupid argument. What we need to be focusing on, and women, black women, what you need to be focusing on is getting back in order, putting yourselves under subjection to your husbands, to black men. That is the order that God set up for you. And you're out of order. No prosperity will come from you being out of order. That's why black women are at the bottom of so many lists. When it comes to women, y'all at the bottom of all women. With your so-called educated asses. See, education doesn't equal intelligence. Your intelligence is what it is before you even go to college. It doesn't increase. It actually decreases. If you know anything about the IQ. So taking some college courses doesn't make you more intelligent. It gives you information. It gives you job training. You learn how to move a paper, push a button, pull a lever. That's what your education is done. And most of y'all have worthless degrees. Worthless. And some of y'all, quote unquote, educated black women are the most ignorant people I've ever seen. Because you operate against your own best interests. For decades. For decades you've been doing this. Against your own health. You've been doing this. I shared a book earlier today, The Strong Black Woman Myth by Marlita Golden, I believe her name is. I shared that link earlier. I suggest y'all read that. It's just a mask. It's a facade that you guys put on your faces. It's not real. Nobody believes it. Y'all don't even believe it. You can't build generational wealth. And when I'm saying can't, I'm talking about probability. I'm not talking about the remote possibility. It's possible anybody hits the lottery. That's a possibility. The probability is you won't. Same thing. It's possible that you create generational wealth as a single woman? Sure. The probability is 99% of the time, it won't happen. 99.5. What percentage of black women have generational wealth money? The Oprahs, the Nicki Minajs, these uber wealthy people. What percentage are they? The only way to build any kind of generational anything is with your husband. That's why the Bible tells you two is always better than one. So you get a good profit for your labor. Right now, your labor is in vain. And all y'all do, you're just consumers. That's why y'all spend so much money getting your hair products and all of this unnecessary shit. You go in the average black woman's bathroom and it's $1,000 worth of beauty products. This is how we get to that $1 billion that black women spend a year on beauty products. It's ridiculous. We didn't see that growing up. Grandma didn't have $1,000 in beauty products in her bathroom. They turned y'all into consumers because you're easily manipulated. Everything y'all do puts money directly in a white man's pocket or another nation's pocket. Their education, you're going to debt doing that. Worthless degrees. You buy cars you don't need it when you don't need them. You're living single, so most of you are renting instead of home ownership with your husbands. You're working against your own best interests. You claim to love your sons. Oh, you love your sons so bad you turn them into son husbands, but you won't spend a dime towards the black boys. With $1 billion that y'all are pumping in to your black boys. I'll wait. So we look at results over here in the black manosphere. Results are what matter, not your intention and not your feelings. Where are you actually putting your money? And it ain't into your black boys, to your sons. Unless you're buying them a pair of Jordans so you can brag about your son wearing Jordans. See, that benefits you. He don't need them Jordans. He need to learn how to read. How many books have you bought your son? How much tutoring have you paid for him? The best thing you could do for your black son is learn how to cooperate with his father, which should be your husband before you make him. That's what you can do for your son. It's too late for Gen X and early millennials. It's too late. Too much time has gone by. You're behind the 8 ball already. What we need to be doing is getting right so we can push the Zennials or the Zoomers, Generation Z, and teach them the correct way where we went wrong. Alexa, what ages are Generation Z?
According to Wikipedia, Generation Z, colloquially also known as Zoomers, is the demographic cohort succeeding millennials and preceding Generation Alpha. Researchers and popular media use the mid to late 1990s as starting birth years and the early 2010s as ending birth years.
So Zoomers are like in grade school right now. Maybe even middle school. Right around 2010, but 2008, 2009, they typically called Zoomers too. Though that's the generation that we need to be focused on right now. And those are the ones who are hurting the baddest. Those are the boys who can't read beyond the 4th grade level. You need to be preparing your daughters now so they can learn to be wives for those boys. It's too late for Generation X and millennials. If you're not there already or on your path to being there, you're not there. You're not going to get there. It's a very remote probability. Your energy would best be spent focusing on that younger generation that's coming up. This Generation Z, the Zoomers, and Alpha, which is coming after them. That's what we need to be doing. It's too late. This generation wealth is just rhetoric. It's empty rhetoric, a buzzword that y'all picked up somewhere. You should have been worried about generational wealth when you were in college. And perhaps if you had that understanding back then, like some of us did, you would have made different decisions over the course of your life. You wouldn't be 40 and single now. You wouldn't be 35 and somebody's baby mama or multiple dudes' baby mamas. Stop turning up. Stop having hot girl summer. Turn off the reality TV and listen to what the men are trying to say to you. Because we're trying to save you. We want you. We just don't need you, but we want you. Understand that difference. We want to be with you, but we still have choices. Y'all don't have any choices. Nobody wants to be with y'all. Only 1 in 25%, or 1 in 4, which is 25% of black women today will be married in their lifetimes. That includes the baby boomers. When they start dying off, those numbers are going to drop down to like 10%. 1 out of 10. Nobody is marrying y'all. That's not black men's fault. Nobody is marrying y'all because you're uncooperative, you're unruly, and you're not marriage material. You don't want to cooperate. Y'all think cooperation is a man doing what you want. That's not cooperation. And you have no system, order, and structure because there are no men. That comes from men. So what do y'all have? Just chaos. You run around doing stupid things and being manipulated. And that's why the white man has propped you up. But he don't even want you. He wants to keep you where you are. Because you're going to vote for him and you're going to spend your money with him. That's what Willie Lynch said was going to happen. You're going to raise your children in reversed orders. The boys are going to be physically strong but mentally weak. And you're going to put the girls out front. That's what Willie Lynch said would happen if his methods were implemented, and they were. And if they were implemented, he predicted this will go on for hundreds of years, maybe even forever. They'll start doing this to themselves. That's where we are today. 300 years from 1700s are the 2000s. Do the math. He was right. And y'all are participating in your own destruction. It's so funny how all of these things are lining up. And y'all educated asses can't see it. It's written in books. They told you what they were going to do. The Bible told you what was going to happen. Black men are telling you what's going to happen. And you're still not listening. It's time. Like I said, we want you. Oh, we want you. We just don't need you. And you're killing yourselves with STDs. With all kind of physical ailments. With your obesity. You're killing yourselves. You're getting conditions that women used to didn't get till they were in their 50s and 60s. Now you see 40-year-old women with arthritis. They're having back problems. That's because you're carrying too much weight. You don't cook. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to grocery shop. I suggest you learn. Because again, all the information is right here. And other groups of women are doing it. So you can't use the excuse, oh, I wasn't taught. The information is here. Your education should tell you the scientific method that something is wrong. Let me figure it out what's wrong. And if you use the scientific method, it's going to point right back at you. Men aren't the problem. You're at the bottom of the list by yourself. Men aren't number one in the world for STDs. That's black women. Black men aren't even in the top five. Isn't that interesting? So you ain't sleeping with us. You're sleeping with a small percentage of men. Over and over and over again. That's why most of your baby daddies have multiple baby mamas. That ain't black men. That's those Pookies and Ray Rays that y'all are choosing to deal with. Over and over and over again. Because y'all don't like to hear a real man talk. It irks you. Makes you cringe. You don't like our tones. You don't trust us because of what the men you chose to deal with did. They're not us. But yet y'all keep running back to them. That makes no sense. But when a man tries to get you on the right path, y'all cringe at it and y'all fight back and give us pushback and just fight us every step of the way. And we're tired of it. Why we gotta fight you to save you? That makes no sense. Our energy could be better spent somewhere else. And that's what you're seeing with Generation X and the millennials today. They're saying, hey, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm not buying what they're selling. I'm gonna go buy something else. It's time to wake up, ladies. It's time to wake up. You don't have time. Some of you, your bodies aren't going to hold out for another 20 years or another 25 years. You're going to be dead. It's breaking down now, and you're 40. Your bodies are breaking down now. Many of you, all you do is go to work. So you tell yourself, I'm not lazy because I go to work every day. Congratulations, you're an adult. What else are you doing? See, grandma did that too. And then came home, took care of her husband, took care of the kids, took care of the house, and did all of that. Ran a garden and was active in the community and still maintained her weight. Some of y'all, you go to work, you get off of work, you eat, shit, sleep, repeat. And you're tired. You're tired, all of y'all, you're tired and exhausted all the time. Because you don't do nothing but eat and sleep. You're lazy. You're not disciplined. And you don't like to hear the truth. Most of these punk ass niggas y'all deal with ain't gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you what they want, what you want to hear. So because you're gonna keep fucking them. The Pookies and Ray Rays. They're gonna talk buttery smooth and soft as oil. And the Bible warns you about men like that. But that's what y'all like. That's all I really got. You want to build wealth? The fastest and easiest way and most proven way to build wealth is with your husband. The Bible tells you that, and observable reality and history tells you that. That's how you do it. Now, if you're a woman that's making $100,000 a year, outside of New York, Los Angeles, and some of them the cities that are like one of the outliers, like $100,000 in California is like $50,000 in Atlanta, so it don't count. Or Charlotte. So if you're a woman that's legitimately making $100,000 a year, your situation is different. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the average woman making $40,000 a year or less. Well, I'm talking to the woman making less than $75,000 a year. which is the vast majority of y'all. Only 6% of y'all make more than $75,000 a year. So 94% of y'all are below $75,000 a year. You don't make enough money to generate wealth. And you're undisciplined. You won't stop spending frivolously. Shoes, beauty products, vacations, rent, cars, stupid stuff. Y'all want to live this fantasy luxury life and fake it. That faking it till you make it ain't working, baby. Shout out to DD. Baby. Shout out to DD. Baby. And then women telling y'all the same thing I'm telling you. It ain't just the fellas. You got Kendra on the Crimson Cure telling you. You got Shalakemia. You got Love Dorsey. You got DD. You got Chanel Simone. I could just name them. It ain't all women. It's the majority of y'all who are just out of pocket. And you're going to die. You're going to be put to death. Listen, I love my people. I'm the people's champ. So I'm going to give you the real. I'm not going to pull no punches. I respect you too much to lie to you and gaslight you and all of that kind of stuff. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. At all. Not going to do it. See, the people who talk buttery smooth to you, what's in their mind is war. They're really at war with you. They don't love you. Hell, they don't even like you. At all. At all. They don't like you. It's like somebody see you about to walk into traffic and you're not paying attention. They're going to scream at you to get your attention. Just try to keep you from doing this thing that you're getting ready to do that could hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's your boy B Ben Israel. That's all I got for you, man. Like, share, subscribe. Please like my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps me out. It's the only thing I'm asking for. Keep the hazy comments coming in. I do read them, and I respond to them when I can. We're going to keep pushing, man. We're going to keep fighting out here in these YouTube streets. Big Ben Israel, the People's Champ, signing off. Holla at your boy.